Welcome back to Deciphering Zodiac, a Chronicle of Terror, brought to you by History and Crime. In this 9th episode, titled
The Letters Continued,
as we delve into the ongoing correspondence with the Zodiac, we find a chilling aspect of his crimes that added a new dimension to the terror he instilled. Disclaimer: the following content contains graphic descriptions of criminal activities. Listener discretion is advised. The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are solely those of myself, Tammy D, the creator. I do not endorse or condone any of the actions or behaviours depicted in the true stories. The purpose of this podcast is to educate and entertain, not to glorify or sensationalise crime. The Zodiac's letters were not just claims of responsibility for the attacks, but also taunts aimed at the police and the public. These cryptic messages and ciphers, often mailed to Bay Area press outlets, including the San Francisco Chronicle, the San Francisco Examiner, and the Vallejo Times-Herald, served to heighten the fear and confusion surrounding the Zodiac killer. The first of these letters arrived in July of 1969. Each letter was virtually identical and contained 1/3 of a 408-symbol cryptogram. The cryptograms were a unique aspect of the Zodiac's correspondence. They were complex puzzles that the Zodiac claimed contained his identity, adding another layer of mystery to his crimes. Despite the efforts of both amateur and professional codebreakers, only one of the 4 cryptograms sent by the Zodiac has been definitively solved. As the investigation progressed, the letters continued to arrive. Each one was a chilling reminder of the Zodiac's crimes and his apparent enjoyment in the fear and confusion he was causing. The letters were often accompanied by cryptograms, which the Zodiac claimed contained his identity. This claim added another layer of mystery to his crimes, making the task of unmasking him even more daunting. Perhaps most disturbingly, the Zodiac began to claim a growing victim count in his letters. In one letter, he claimed that he was responsible for 37 murders, a number far greater than the confirmed victims. These claims added a new level of terror to the Zodiac case, as it suggested that there were potentially many more victims of the Zodiac killer than initially believed. The letters from the Zodiac provided investigators with a wealth of information, but they also presented many challenges. The cryptograms were complex and difficult to decipher, and the Zodiac's claims about his victim count were impossible to verify. Despite these challenges, the letters were a crucial part of the Zodiac case and continue to be the subject of intense scrutiny and analysis. But what did the letters and the cryptograms reveal about the Zodiac killer, and why did he send them? The letters and the cryptograms contained a mixture of taunts, threats, clues, and boasts. The Zodiac claimed to have killed more victims than the police knew and hinted at his future plans and targets. He also provided details of his crimes, such as the weapons, the locations, and the dates, to prove his authenticity and challenge the authorities. He often mocked the police for their inability to catch him and dared them to decipher his codes. He also expressed his twisted worldview, such as his belief that he was collecting slaves for the afterlife, or his disdain for society and its norms. The letters and the cryptograms generated a frenzy of fear, curiosity, and speculation among the public and the media. The Zodiac became a household name, a notorious figure that captivated and terrified the nation. The newspapers complied with his demands and published his letters and cryptograms, hoping to elicit a response from the killer or a breakthrough from the code breakers. The public also tried to crack the codes, sending in their solutions and theories to the newspapers and the police. Some even claimed to be the Zodiac himself, adding to the confusion and chaos. The motives and goals of the Zodiac for sending the letters and cryptograms are still unclear, and may never be known for sure. However, some possible explanations are: the Zodiac was seeking attention, fame, or recognition, and wanted to establish himself as a notorious and elusive serial killer. He enjoyed the publicity and the media coverage that his letters and cryptograms generated and wanted to keep himself in the spotlight. He also wanted to assert his superiority and intelligence over the police and the public, and to show off his skills and knowledge. The Zodiac was playing a twisted game with the police and the public and wanted to test their abilities and challenge their wits. He enjoyed the thrill and the excitement of the cat and mouse chase and wanted to see if anyone could match his cunning and audacity. He also wanted to manipulate and control the emotions and actions of his adversaries, and to toy with their hopes and fears. The Zodiac was following a ritual or a compulsion and wanted to communicate his message and his mission. He believed that he had a special purpose or a destiny and wanted to share his vision and his beliefs. He also wanted to justify and rationalize his crimes, and to express his grievances and his frustrations. These are just some of the possible motives and goals that have been suggested, but none of them have been conclusively proven or disproven. The Zodiac may have had multiple or changing motives and goals, or he may have had none at all. The truth may never be known unless the Zodiac himself confesses or is caught. The mystery remains unsolved, and the letters and the cryptograms remain a haunting legacy of the Zodiac killer. That concludes episode 9 of our series. In our next episode, we will discuss the various suspects over the years and why they were ruled out. This will add another layer to this complex and horrifying narrative. Thank you for joining us on this chilling journey through the chronicle of the Zodiac killer. Until next time, stay safe, keep the lights on, and continue to join us as we navigate the dark corridors of history and crime. Remember, in the words of George Santayana, those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it